Well, people, early this morning, I was hungry, right? I ate dinner, but it was really a salad with all the fixings and some chicken. And I have to have amount of protein to really, believe it or not, have a good sleep. So I got up early this morning. I'm like, you know what? I got to fix breakfast at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. It is what it is. And I checked out Mark. He came up on my feed. And Mark's like, hey, possibly something could happen this weekend. You guys know Mark. Mark Allison 88. Please subscribe. Check him out. And he's utilizing a historical account that I use as well. This May 23rd, 2017 moment when Trump went to see Pope Francis. You guys know I have done a few videos in relation to this day because this is the day that Trump gave the Pope a lotus flower. Yeah, lotus flower. And welcome new subscribers. Lotus flower means that out of it, the sun god Ra appears. And Kamala means lotus flower. And it just so happened to be that Kamala Harris was running for president. There's a tie-in there in that spiritual realm. So I just want to put it in context. The Pope really wasn't looking at himself that day. I've showed videos where he looked like, hey, I'm submissive to this guy. But people, look at it for what it is. Everybody was in black. He was in white. It's like funeral, and I'm going to heaven. I'm going to say it again. It's like folks was in black, and he was going to heaven because he got on white. You feel me? So as I'm listening to Mark, he's talking about future past. Because the powers do act in that aspect where they speak without speaking. They project. They tell stories. They give you a little hint. God gave me those gifts of the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors. They accomplish your timing. You got your conclusion, which includes the dates. And lo and behold, I went and I started doodling with what Mark was talking about. And I want to bring you a presentation in case something go down today. Oh yeah, because Trump is in New York, right? And he gonna be on that golf course. And as I did my research, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time that Trump's been back at his golf course since the July 14th, 24 incident, okay? Let me give you a little history, see if I can find that. July 14th, 2024, golf course, Trump. Okay. UMP. So that's what happened. July 14, 2024. This is the first time that Trump is back at his golf course since that event. You guys know what went down that day. The guy was in the bushes, right? And he was hiding, and they caught him. I don't know where he's not here, but you guys remember that event. This was one of those attempts. I don't want to say the word, but this is one of those attempts on his life. So here he is back there again. You know, I looked at some numbers. Let me look at something else while I'm doing this. You know, things pop in my mind as I think. So yeah, I do have the numbers from the time that he was there then till now. I have that. But now I'm thinking, let's look at the July 13th scenario. Let's look at that. Mark got me busy this morning. It was just intriguing what he did. And I was like, wow, you know, we all have our gifts, right? So what happened was this. July 13th, Pearson. July 13th of 2024, Trump was in Butler, Pennsylvania, right? And now he's back at the golf course where there was an alleged attempt on his life then, back in the day. Well, people, that's 44 weeks and 6 days ago from July 13th attempt. If you make it, if I click right here though, and include the end date, then that's exactly 45 weeks. Now that makes it real interesting. Okay, so let's go. Let's go into this thing. Now, I also want to get into people, you know, the witch's brew. That thought just came to me. The witch's brew is real. What makes up the witch's brew? Well, it's not divine. And what am I getting at? This Middle East thing is popping and shaking and cooking and rattling, and it just doesn't seem to want to settle down. You guys know, unfortunately, yesterday we had 2 people in Washington, D.C., 2 Jewish young couple planning to get married, I believe, in Israel. God rest their soul. And they became unalived by someone. And people, you know, that don't look good for the future. And I said that I don't think America and the world will ever be the same. And I digress, but here's the thing. Neither Israel or Trump want them to have, you know, nuclear capability. And I don't know about you, but I've been eyeing that thing for a while. Like, look, I want y'all to prosper, but you can't have the nuclear. Because, of course, they're scared they're going to strike them. And, you know, Trump been blaming this on Biden that when Trump left out of his first administration, Iran didn't have all this money. And then, boom, they get all this money. And people in that region, I tell you, you got to be careful. This is why, even today, I still think about the Afghanistan fiasco, where we left all those planes and helicopters and arms over there. What a Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck move by President Biden. Well, I guess they can blame that on his brain, right? Yeah, well, at some point, Congress, I think, should have overthrown that decision. What do you think? So I know I throw a lot at you, but let's go down this rabbit hole. Check out what Mark got to say this morning.
Everybody doing? God bless. Hope everybody's doing well. 48 hours. 48 hours. There's reports that in 48 hours, Israel will attack Iran. 48 hours. This was roughly 8 or 9 hours ago, so roughly before Sunday, 48 hours. Last time Israel attacked, they said they weren't going to attack over Passover, and it would happen to be on the Sabbath also. They attacked. The last time they made a major attack, retaliation. So also too, I got a lot of stuff to go over. I want to thank Betty, Lisa and Carol, Christina and Brenda. Thank you very much. This right here, the 23rd. I'm looking for something maybe happen to Trump tomorrow, the 23rd, and I'll go over it.
So yeah, that's what he's calling. He's saying, look, something to go over. So yeah, check out this video. He even has Trump's itinerary, which I have as well. He's going to be on the golf course, people. Wow. I mean, look. Now, let's look at, again, his position. I went back a month and I went back a few days. Israel would be leader of Iran strike if doesn't give up nuclear weapons program. All right? They don't want them to have it. Listen to the response here.
Mr. President, Iran, you said the other day that if they do not agree to a potential nuclear deal, that it would be very dangerous for them. What specifically
well, they can't have a nuclear weapon.
Did you mean military action, though, if they don't agree?
Oh, if necessary? Absolutely, yeah.
Do you have a
And
timeline
we
for
have
that, sir? Do you have a deadline for these
Yeah,
talks?
I do.
And
You're talking about with Iran?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Do you want something definitive this weekend, or do you see this as the start of a process?
It's a start.
Do you have a timeline?
We have a little time, but we don't have much time,
Who is this guy?
because we're not gonna let them have a nuclear weapon.
Is
Can't
it
let them have a
awkward to
nuclear
be there, Mr. President?
And we're gonna let them thrive. I want them to thrive. I want Iran to be great. The only thing they can't have is a nuclear weapon. They understand that. But with Iran, yeah, if it requires military, we're gonna have military. Israel will obviously be very much involved in that. It'll be the leader of that. But nobody leads us. We do what we want to do.
On the subject of you.
Definitive this weekend, or do you see this as the start of a process?
It's a start.
Do you have a timeline?
We have a little time, but we don't have much time,
Who is this guy?
because we're not gonna let them have a nuclear weapon.
Is it
Can't let them.
He's straight to the point. Now that was then.
A little time with you just before this, and I've seen tremendous unity, tremendous friendship, and the whole world is watching the Middle East, and many are watching with envy. You have something very special going on. Incredible opportunities are within reach for this region. If we can simply stop the aggression from a small group of pretty bad actors. The Biden administration created havoc and bedlam by basically being incompetent, but by empowering Iran and its proxies, sending them billions and billions of dollars. It's senseless. I couldn't believe it to watch. One of the reasons I said, let's do this again. But what they did was so bad while turning his back on the Gulf allies. Those days are over. Everybody at this table knows where my loyalties lie, always have. They'll never waver, never. And we'll stand with our friends and partners, and we'll confront the aggression.
You know, I have a question for you guys. What is it about these two guys here? This guy here, this guy here. I can't think of the names right now, but I know he deal with the finance, and he's dealing with the golden age move. But those two guys, they kind of spook me. What do you guys think? I forgot their name. I can't think right now. But these two guys here, and you know what? I'm going to say this to you. Do you think that Trump should be out in the open? I mean, let's just keep it real. Should he, look, Butler, Pennsylvania, then you got the golf course. With all this atmosphere, people, and I'm big on atmosphere, okay? Do you think he should be out in public? Put it in the comment section. I don't think he should be out in public. I mean, not like this. He should not be in public. I got another thought coming to me right about now. You know, he, that was what, December 4th. On this, so yeah, July 13th, they tried to unalive him. Today is 5/23. Well, you know what? He met with Elon Musk on stage. I pointed that out yesterday. On 10/4, 84 days later, he met with him. So let's look at this. On 10/4/2024, 84 days, which is Barack Obama's birthday, 8/4. 84 days after Trump allegedly got hit in the end, Butler, Pennsylvania. On October 4th, him and Elon were together at the rally back in Butler, Pennsylvania. And now he's back at the place where there was a second attempt. Well, guess what? That's exactly 33 weeks ago. Man, you see these things come to me and I just put it together. Now check this out. The tense history and modern context behind Israel's reported plan to attack Israel, to attack Iran. Yes, there's a plan, they say. They're saying that American intel intercepted information that there is a plan for Israel to attack Iran. And because of what happened yesterday, it could probably go down, people. Amid protracted negotiations between Trump administration and Iran over a potential nuclear deal, Israel is preparing a possible strike on Iran nuclear facilities, multiple U.S. officials told CNN in a Tuesday report. Washington and Tehran have for more than a month been negotiating a diplomatic deal over Iran's nuclear program. And Israeli strike on Iran could upend, I think that's a typo, maybe it's me, those efforts, and also risk escalating Israel's war in Gaza to a wider conflict in the Middle East. Officials told, get this, officials told CNN that it's not yet certain whether or not Israel will decide to ultimately act on its plans, adding that Israeli leaders are likely watching for how the U.S.-Iran deal evolves. The National Security Council, our Israel Prime Minister's office, and the Israeli embassy in Washington did not confirm the reports when asked by CNN and Reuters. Quote, the chance of an Israeli strike on an Iranian nuclear facility has gone up significantly in recent months, one source familiar with the matter told CNN. And the prospect of a Trump-negotiated U.S.-Iranian deal that doesn't move all of Iran's uranium makes the chance of a strike more likely. Not good. I'll read this last part. Check it out. U.S. intelligence reportedly intercepted. This is what really got me this morning. U.S. intelligence reportedly intercepted Israeli communications that suggest a potential strike. That's in addition to apparent military preparations, including the movement of air munitions and the completion of an air exercise in Israel. CNN reported, although those movements could also be attempted to pressure Iran amid its talks with the U.S. It's a yo-yo, people. It's a yo-yo. It's been a yo-yo. It continues to be a yo-yo. Here's Trump's itinerary. He's going to be at Club Bedminster, his golf course. That's where he's going to be today. Okay? That's what he's doing today. That's what he's doing. Trump's itinerary. Mark has the same thing, and he connects some things. So again, check out Mark 88, dynamic video. He went all detail. And he connected it to other things as well. Now, let's just go down this rabbit hole here, because the connection to Pope Francis, boy, I tell you, the powers, you have to admire the dark math that they pull, but God has given me this ability to pull it apart. This man died, may he rest in peace, on the 111th day of the year, April 21st. Keep that in mind. Now, on 5/23/2017, that's when Trump, everybody was dressed in black and the pontiff was in white. On 4/21/2025, that's when he died. That was exactly 7 years and 333 days later, after they were there in Rome. Now, for you history buffs, April 21st, that's when Rome was founded. So he died on the day they were founded. Now check this out. That's exactly 47 weeks if you take away all the years. 47 weeks and 4 days. That's Trump. The Pope and Trump are twined, people. I've shown that in a lot of videos. And again, the 111th day of the year is April 21st. That's when he died. May he rest in peace. Now, 5/23/17, this is when they had this picture, right? 5/23/17, right here. Okay, let's look at it again. 5/23/17 versus 5/23/25, that's today. 8 years ago today, Trump was with the pontiff. Okay? That's 96 months ago. 96. The 96th day of the year, people, is, what is that? Is that 4/4? Let me see. I think that's 4/4. No, is that 4? Let me see. 97 is 40. I think it's 44. Let me see. The 96th day of the year on the Gregorian calendar is what?
April 6th marks the 96th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar.
Okay, that don't look too good. The 96th day of the year, people, is 46. That don't look good. Exactly 8 years ago, Trump was with the pontiff. That's 96 months ago, which is the number 46. The 96th day of the year is 46. Why don't 46 look good? Because 46 is destruction. Joe Biden's son, Bo Biden, he died at 46. JFK, George Floyd, George Orwell, they all died at 46. It's not good. Not a good day. 1/1/2025, beginning of the year. 5/23/2025, that's today. That's 143 days ago. The 143rd day of the year is today, May 23rd. But get this, it leaves 222 days. Why is that important? The pontiff died on the 111th day of the year. 222 is double 111. In my logic, X, 111, the second X completes it, 222. Tell me what you think, because that's how I wrote it out. Today leaves 222 days left in the year. Now, that brings me to this. Remember, J.D. Vance met the Pope on the 21st, but on the 20th, he walked across this area with the Prime Minister, okay? And listen to what I said. Then I want you to see this. As he met with the Prime Minister of Rome, when he walked in, what do you see? It's an X. It's so deep, what they allegedly put in front of our face, but it's there. X is the 24th letter of the alphabet, which means somebody will be leaving soon. And I had no idea the very next day the Pope died. Now, Trump said 7/11 instead of 9/11 on April 18th of 2016. Why am I bringing that up? Because Trump, in this report here, this person, Trader Girl Q, I think it is, Trader Girl, said that the Pope died 7 years and 11 months after their meeting in Rome. 7/11. Wow. And I've done videos on that as well. So check this out, 7/11. Trump said 7/11 on April 18th. Watch this.
For a second, I wrote this out, and it's very close to my heart because I was down there, and I watch our police and our firemen down at 7-Eleven, down at the World Trade Center right after it came down, and I saw the greatest people I've ever seen in action.
So it said 7/11 instead of, 9/11. So that date, 4/18/2016, subtracted from the day that the Pope knocked on the doors. Remember that? I've been big about that because I'm asking, did he call his own fate? The difference is 8 years, 8 months, 6 days. Trump's text number is 88022. So again, Trump said 7/11 this day. And remember, the Pope is tied into that number. He died 7 years and 11 months after this meeting. So this makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Makes a lot of sense. What it translates to is 8 years and 250 days. What is 250? September 7th is the 250th day of the year. What is 9/7? Well, that's April 7th, which is Trump. I know it can be confusing, but you got to break it down. Lowest denominator. Now look here. 4/18/2024, anniversary when Trump said 7/11, subtracted from today. He's going to be on the golf course, 5/23/2025. The difference is 11/5, baby. What happened on 11/5? That's when Trump won the presidency. Come on, man. Now look, 12/24/2024, that's when the Pope knocked on the door. Subtracted from today, 5/23, the difference is 4/4. Who's the 44th president? Bingo. That'd be Obama. All right? Now let's go down the rabbit hole. We're almost done. We got July 14th, 2024. Where did I get that from? July 14th. I forgot where I got that from. Forgot where I got that from. It should be July 4th, I believe, yeah. July 4th. Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did wrong. Okay. Our last birthday as America, July 4th, 2024, subtracted from today, gives you what? 46 weeks. Remember I told you 46 is not good. It's not good, people. Today don't look good. Today don't look good for Trump to be out. And look at this, people. The Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, opened July 4th. Ain't that deep? That's why I picked July 4th. Trump's gonna be there. He opened it up July 4th of 2004. Take July 4th, 2025, our next birthday, subtracted from today, 523, you get 111. And what happened on 111? The Pope died on 111. The 111th day of the year, which is April 21st. Remember that? So our birthday, America, versus today is a month and 11 days away from now. On April 21st, the Pope died, which was the 111th day of the year. They're twined. And look, New Jersey, where the golf course is, it became part of America December 18th, 1787. Take December 18th, 2024, last birthday, subtracted from the day, 523, you get 55. What is 55? Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. It's deep, baby. It's deep. How old was Julius Caesar?
According to Wikipedia, Gaius Julius Caesar.
If you enjoy the work, please subscribe. Help me out if you can. My name is Friendshot Pearson. Just click on my portrait here. It helps me out. And then click on more. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, and a P.O. Box. Whatever love offering you can spare, I appreciate it. God bless you. My videos do not go to the big audience. Make sure you subscribe. God bless you. Stay tuned. Keep the faith. Like y'all been saying, we flying soon.